Why budgeting is failing most people. Let's be real. You've probably tried budgeting at some point in your life. Maybe you downloaded a budgeting app, maybe you made an Excel sheet, or maybe you just wrote things down in a notebook. And for a while, it felt good. You were in control. You told yourself, this time I'm going to get my finances in order. But then, a few weeks later, reality hit. You overspent on groceries. You forgot to track that Amazon purchase. Your car broke down and suddenly the whole budget was useless. And then you thought, maybe I'm just not disciplined enough. But here's the truth. It's not you. It's the budgeting system itself. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why budgeting is failing most people. Not because you're lazy, not because you're irresponsible, but because the way most budgets are designed is broken. By the end of this, you'll see money in a completely new way, and more importantly, you'll know how to finally take control of your finances in a way that actually sticks. First, let's talk about why people start budgeting in the first place. It's usually one of three reasons. They're tired of feeling broke all the time. They want to save for something big, maybe a house, a car, or paying off debt. They feel guilty and stressed because they don't know where their money is going. And budgeting seems like the answer. The logic is simple. If you plan where every dollar goes, you'll never be surprised, you'll spend less, and you'll save more. Sounds perfect, right? But here's the reality. Surveys show that over 70% of people who create a budget abandon it within the first 3 months. Why? Because traditional budgeting sets you up for failure from the start. Let's break it down. There are 5 big reasons why budgeting doesn't work for most people. Budgets are too rigid. A budget assumes your life is predictable. That you'll spend exactly $400 on groceries, $200 on gas, and $100 on eating out every single month. But life is not predictable. Some months you spend more because it's your mom's birthday, or because gas prices spike, or because your kid needs new shoes. Budgets break the moment life doesn't fit into the little boxes you created. And once you break your budget, you feel like a failure, so you abandon it completely. It's like starting a diet where you promise yourself you'll never eat pizza again. You're setting yourself up to fail. The budgets focus on tracking, not behavior. Most budgets are just spreadsheets that record what already happened. You spent $50 at Starbucks last month. Great. That's information. But does it actually change how you behave going forward? Not really. It's like stepping on the scale every day but never changing your eating habits. You get the data but nothing changes. 3. Budgets ignore psychology. We are not robots. We don't spend money logically, we spend emotionally. You don't go to Target and say, according to my budget, I have exactly $37.14 left for household goods. No. You walk in for toothpaste and walk out with $120 worth of stuff you didn't plan for. Budgets fail because they assume you'll be perfectly rational, and no human is. Budgets feel restrictive. When you're on a budget, every purchase feels like you're breaking the rules. You start associating money with guilt. You want to grab a coffee with a friend? Oops, that's not in the budget. You want to go out for dinner? Nope, can't do it. It starts to feel like punishment. And humans don't stick to punishment-based systems for long. 5. Budgets don't account for the unexpected car repairs. Medical bills. Your kid's school trip. Vacations. Even Christmas gifts. Most people forget to build these into their budget, so when they happen, the whole plan collapses. So when you combine rigid rules, lack of flexibility, emotional spending, and no system for surprises, is it any wonder most budgets fail? Here's the deeper truth. Budgeting fails because it focuses only on numbers, not values. Think about it. If I asked you, why do you want money? Your answer probably wouldn't be, so I can stick to a spreadsheet. No. You want money for freedom. For security. For peace of mind. To spend time with your family. To stop stressing about bills. But budgets don't reflect that. They're just numbers on paper. They don't connect your spending with what actually matters to you. That's why you can stick to a budget for a little while, but eventually, you give up. because it doesn't align with your real life or your real goals. Okay, so if traditional budgeting is broken, what actually works? Here are 3 systems that are proven to be more effective. The Pay Yourself First system. Instead of trying to micromanage every dollar, you focus on paying yourself first. That means, the moment your paycheck hits, you automatically set aside money for savings, investments, or debt payoff. Whatever's left, you can spend however you want. No guilt, no tracking every receipt. This works because it aligns with human psychology. You don't have to rely on willpower, it happens automatically. The 50-30-20 rule. This is a super simple framework. 50% of your income goes to needs, rent, bills, groceries. 30% goes to wants, travel, dining out, entertainment. 20% goes to savings or debt repayment. This method gives you structure and flexibility. You're not obsessing over every dollar, but you're still living within boundaries. Value-based spending. This one is powerful. Instead of restricting yourself, you spend more intentionally. You cut ruthlessly on things you don't care about, and you spend freely on things you do. For example, maybe you don't care about clothes, but you love traveling. So you buy fewer clothes and redirect that money to travel, guilt-free. This way, money feels like a tool to enhance your life, not a set of rules to restrict it. Here's the real secret. Taking control of your money is not about discipline. It's about systems. If your system relies on you being perfect every single day, it will fail. If your system works automatically even when life gets messy, you will succeed. Think about it like brushing your teeth. You don't need willpower to brush every day because it's a habit. It's automated. Your finances should work the same way. Automation, flexibility, and alignment with your values. That's the formula for long-term success. Look, I'll be honest with you. I tried budgeting. I had spreadsheets, I had apps, I had everything. And every single time I failed. I would overspend, feel guilty, and eventually give up. At one point, I had over $80,000 in debt. Budgeting didn't help me. What helped me was changing my system. I started paying myself first. I started automating. And most importantly, I stopped trying to fit my life into a spreadsheet and instead built my money system around my life. And that's when things started to change. So here's the bottom line. Budgeting isn't failing because you're bad with money. Budgeting is failing because the system itself is broken. If you want real financial control, stop trying to track every dollar and start building a system that actually works for you. Automate your savings. Use a simple framework like 50-30-20. Spend based on your values. And remember, money is not about being perfect. It's about progress. If this video helped you see money in a new way, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. What has been your biggest struggle with budgeting? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.